Okay.
Here's another dig right here.
Oh yeah, they got all kinds of archaeological digs going on. I just don't know exactly where ours will be today that we're going to watch. So here's the Fort James Fort site, 1607 to 1611. So we are here. I think we're right here right now. That's where I believe we're at. Let's just get a little read off there, all right? All right, so we are going to see, this is two things going on here.
Hold together for me to make a fork. I'll decide whether I'm going to try to make a tang or a socket. It might be kind of iffy, it's come apart. These have already peeled off.
Hi.
Very well. How are you folks?
Oh, we're doing good.
It's a lovely morning.
Oop, wrong spot to be in. Blowing right at me.
Flies are biting.
Gotta love the smell of brick burning coal.
Absolutely.
Got to tinker with blacksmithing whenever I was in trade school.
Okay.
Went to school to be a machinist.
Okay.
Had a guy come up a couple times with a little mobile form and got
Right.
to play with it. That's not all we did, but
Okay. That can be addictive sometimes.
oh yeah. Enough to make me want to make knives.
There you go.
So what are we going to make now?
We need a fork for packing mud between these slats, which would have been called studs.
Oh, okay.
The early buildings here were what's called mud and stud architecture, so technically these are studs. And the mud goes between them. Some comes out this side 2 or 3 inches and 4 or 5 inches on the outside. In Europe, it would have been up on a stone or a brick foundation about yay so high, very high. They don't have termites there. Enough to keep the mud from pulling up water. And then the outside of it would have been plastered.
Oh, okay.
Lime plaster. There's
Modern.
no evidence of lime plaster here except on the church.
So this
that
is
means
an
the
actual
walls
dig site here. This
yeah, I'm
was.
standing over the blacksmith shop. It was
Okay.
about 6 feet in the ground. Or 7. We don't know exactly what the late 16th century, early 17th century ground level was here.
Wow.
Close to what it is now.
Nice. This is too cool.
And as nearly as we can tell, it has roughly the same layout. Later usage, it was only a blacksmith shop about a year and a half. Maybe 2 years. And then it became something else. We don't know what it was.
Bellow valves inside.
This right here is going to be a larger. I got you. And that's the left area in the bottom of it. Right? Yeah.
Doors, bell time, the active push.
That's going to be a big fork.
It has to be because it has to reach pretty far in. So.
Right. Cool.
No, this is a problem.
Oh, my bad. I thought that's what you were making. I thought it was like a hinge to let air in.
No, I'm working on it. I'm a cooper, so I'm just looking for the
Oh, I got you. Neat. Now, is y'all selling you the stuff y'all make?
Not too much. I mean, most of the stuff that we're making here on site for demonstration ends up getting used here to kind of help recreate the stuff.
I got you. Neat.
Oh, now we're chopping it in the middle.
Now is the test of whether this iron is going to do what it needs to do or fail.
Is it pig ore?
It's not pig iron, it's raw iron.
Okay.
Pig iron has so much carbon in it, it's either brittle or molten.
Okay.
There's no in between on pig iron. Pig iron has as much as 4% carbon by weight. Wrought iron has almost no carbon by weight. It's a very low carbon material, but it does have an accidental inclusion of the silicates, the slags, and the sand, which creates a long fiber.
Yeah.
And if it's poor quality iron or the fibers are very coarse, or if it's a layer iron and it was made with coal, or if it has sulfur in it, then it tends to be brittle and want to break. And something tells me that's what's going to happen on this.
Because it bent a little.
It's going to break.
Yeah, I saw it there when it kind of bent up. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I was looking for cracks in the corners of the hole.
And this is, of course, a couple pieces of it in its raw form, right?
Yeah, that's iron ore from the local area. The big orangish piece came from a place called Barhamsville, about 30 miles away. And the shinier piece is one our Native American friend down there picked up off the banks of the James River,
Really?
a few miles upstream.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And that's look at all the jars. Like you can see.
I am looking at them, yes.
Now, are these done at the shops? The jars and the.
He
Oh,
does
that
them.
one. No, that was one that was given to me. Sometimes they sell them there, but we don't have any potters here.
Not yet, anyway.
Hmm?
Not yet, anyway.
I don't think there were any potters here, at least not in the early period. There were other places not far away that began making pottery fairly early. There was a pipe maker making smoking pipes here.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Plate pipes.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the mudlarking in England.
Okay.
They do it on the Thames over there. Tons and tons of pipes.
Oh, they find that here too. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They're brittle, but it's amazing how much people smoke.
Tell me about it.
Take a look at this.
That's a Bartman
this?
jug.
Oh, I've heard of Bartman jug. They actually have
Yeah.
talked about. Oh, look at the face! Look at the face! Oh my God, we see that on the mudlarking in the Thames.
Yeah, they've mentioned
How
Jamestown
is
and
cool.
Williamsburg a lot on those channels.
Okay.
So, I mean, look, here's all his tools.
Yeah.
So if a piece breaks, do you rebuild the tool here, or do you send it away to get it fixed?
If it's an 18th century style or 17th century style tool, we have to do it because nobody else can do it.
Is that what those are in there?
Those are all our tools.
Those are all
There's a
newer
bunch of
tools.
tongs and other things. The cardboard box, which should be something else, has tacks for nailing the leather on the bellows there. That's in our Cooper's way.
This is cool.
So do you even make the nails too?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Really? Homemade nails here. How do you like that?
Like probably more nails than anything else. And we know they were doing that here because part of a broken off tool for making nail heads was found in the site.
I guess they're building another one or getting the wood prepared
all
for
these
another one.
Palisades need to be replaced. So they're splitting up the logs to rebuild the palisades.
So all that's in this wooded type structure around is
This is
Fort
all
James.
Fort James, right?
Yeah, James Fort. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, she's a bird dog.
Where the palisades were originally too.
So if I was reading it right, the smithery was like a cellar type of deal.
I'd be looking up at you from about 6 feet in the ground, and you're standing where the original steps were.
Oof.
The steps were just dug into the clay outside of the building.
Okay, so was this was multi-purposed, obviously, but where was the bakery?
It's right where I'm working. So
No
it was
kidding,
not a
it was all
bakery.
done in the
It
same
was
area.
not a bakery and a blacksmith shop at the same time.
Okay.
It was a blacksmith shop first for a year and a half, maybe. It was something else, so the sign doesn't mention it because we don't know what it was.
Okay.
We only know that they came in and leveled the floor. So this floor was higher than that floor. So they packed 8 inches of dirt in here and 5 or 6 there to almost level it. We have no idea what it was. No artifacts tell us. No history. And then not too long after that, they came in and built 2 bake ovens right there about where that grass and the edge of the path are.
No kidding.
The blacksmiths probably moved somewhere between, after 1608, they moved these walls out, so it became a 5-sided fort. This wall went east, and then back to the river around where that church is now. And somewhere out there, there was something they called a factory. The blacksmiths might or might not have been in it. We don't know. We just haven't found it. As a blacksmith shop, it probably was just a cellar with a roof over it. Probably had no building at all.
Right.
The posts are the same size, but as close as we could to the original post. And they were really too small to have supported much of a building.
Oh, look at the boat out there.
Yep, that's a ferry. You'll see a bunch of those. Coming and going.
And where are they ferrying across to?
Going to Scotland?
Scotland.
Yep.
You mean like Scotland?
No, the little community on this side of the river is known as Scotland.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't know how that little ferry is going to be going all the way over there.
I wouldn't want to go over there.
Not in that, no. So there we go. It's actually staying together so far. Yeah, so far.
I have cracks in each corner here.
Well.
That bodes ill. So it means I won't make that fork out of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I don't have anything here heavy enough to do it. I'll get it hotter and see what.
All right. Well, I'm going to start moving along here a little bit.
So as you can see, he's making barrels.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming to look right now.
Other stuff.
See his artwork he's doing too. Look at this.
Yeah. I think it's a tanker.
Oh, it's got ice in it. Keep
Flagging.
It's
Our drinking water.
I was going to say this is what we're drinking.
Yeah, that was for
That's pretty cool.
servicing tables or soldiers with water or beer.
Do they put anything in it like resin to keep it from leaking, or it's that because of a
that's
fit?
the skill of the cooper. This is what keeps it from leaking.
Or just even I mean, you can't tell. It's cool, but not. Yeah. Wow, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go see what our dude is doing over here.
Watertight right now. Just shaping the pieces to fit. So
We're coming around to you the other side.
that will fit perfectly into the groove that go around the inside of the funnel.
Ah.
And I'll take this hoop off, and the staves will open up a little bit so I can gently tap these two pieces down into the groove, and then I'll hammer the hoop back on. I gotta make, actually need to make a couple of hoops for this. I have some hoop iron down here on the ground that I'll use for that. I'll do cold smithing on one of the angles over here to replace these construction hoops so I can use them again to make another bucket.
So inside basically stays like it is?
Yeah, it's just raw wood.
Really?
Yeah, they had things like pitch and tar and glue back then, but it just wasn't necessary. They didn't really work all that well to make, say, an open joint watertight.
Well, I mean, back in the day, they
so that there aren't really
everything they
open
could.
joints, and that works better to make it consistently watertight over the life of the bucket.
That is pretty cool.
And a bucket like this, if it's cared for properly, should last you 10, 20 years.
Did you also
Yeah.
make musket balls and stuff like
Nice. That is too cool. And what would this one be?
They had milk.
A little barrel like that would be perfect for holding your small supply of fortified wine
Oh,
or some sort of spirit.
some
Similar
sort of.
sized barrels work for shipping gunpowder, butter, paint pigments.
Okay. And I'm looking at your shoes right now too.
Oh yeah. And it's a different style, 17th century style. Had that big opening there.
They comfortable?
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
These
Had to
Don't let
ask.
them fool you.
I've had some pretty uncomfortable shoes in the past, and these by comparison,
Cool.
So did you guys take special classes? You know, the periodic classes on how to make this stuff, or are you self-taught?
we went through. Well, Shell and I both worked at Colonial Williamsburg.
Okay.
And we worked there for decades, basically in the trade shops. So Shell in the blacksmith shop, and I worked in the cooker shop. So we learned there, mastered the trade there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a lost art.
Yeah, in a modern American economy, it doesn't make a lot of sense to hand make stuff. It's become kind of a fascination of handwork and handwork nowadays.
Yeah.
In some ways, different ways, it's become relevant here.
Well, you know, and they do last. So,
Not only that, but you can see that he's making another blower piece for him.
Yeah, this is going to be another bellows here. With,
Ventilations?
yeah, let the air in, and then traps it, and then forces the air through the tweeter, the nozzle there into the forge.
So is it going to replace the one that he currently has, or?
Is it Shell?
Yeah.
Is a replacement for that one?
Yeah, this one actually belongs to Steve and I.
Yeah.
Portable unit we use. Plastic.
So just need to get some leather put on this and tack it in. I think they're making some bellows tacks, which tend to be have fairly wide heads, so they actually kind of help. The leather won't tear.
In that box here. Hello.
I mean, so they're like actual nails, but they're not nails.
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Isn't that something?
Boy, I bet that's a pain in the behind making those little things.
Just like anything. The more you make, the easier it gets.
Yeah.
But yeah, having a wider head like that really helps clasp the leather.
So it's actually a long, slender piece, and you just beat one end down real good, right?
Yeah, they start off with what's called nail rod. It's just rods, a long rod, and they just make nail after nail working down the rod. They have a nail header. The tool used for... So you hold onto that, you heat up the tip of that rod, and then you hammer the tip. You taper it down on the anvil, and then you put that tip down in there so that the tapered end stops at a certain point, and then you hammer the head.
Oh, wow.
And then you just knock it against
Knock
the
it
anvil,
out.
and it drops on the ground.
Cool.
Pulls off, and at the end of the day, you pick them all up. Or until you have a pile big enough you can't walk around it.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's a nail header.
cool.
Isn't that something?
Oh no, lots of rich history going on here today.
Did you,
I like it.
Michelle, did you find a nail? Did they find a nail header here on site, or just nails? Michelle, did they find a nail, part of a nail
They
header?
broke it off end, the business end of one.
Okay, that's
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, we have it somewhere else too.
All right. Well, thank you, fellas.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that.
And it looks like they got a little farm
Well,
up here.
they have little stops along the way.
Okay, do
but
you want to start at that end?
I want to go